if you can remain in that special space of detachment and
Right.
presence,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
I see you with that.
Yeah.
I really do.
I mean, dude, I mean, it's,
But it comes with wisdom and experience.
yeah,
How many albums, sir?
22. 22, yeah, wait, 22, no, 20, wait, damn, 20, well, 21, this will be my 22nd one, yeah, you're right, yeah.
Is our universe real?
It's just ideas. Just ideas. Now. You are tuned in to Cosmidelic Download. You are all, everything is divine.
Yeah.
There's no thing
With your
divine.
host,
Poetry legend,
is divine and
philosopher.
I'm
Mark
Can
Marcel.
I get this going?
Apple. I did it.
All right.
That's why I brought it. I love it, man. We can't ever let things get too serious, bro.
That is so true. That is, you know what?
Honestly, bro, because
No.
otherwise
No,
I'll open a
no,
void.
respect. I'm glad
You know what I'm
you're
saying?
so right.
Bro,
Yeah,
I
that's
will
right.
open a void that I'm gonna get lost in for eternity.
No, you're so right.
It'll be like this.
All right.
Mark,
So
I gotta tell you.
Yeah. So we are plugged in to the Cosmidelic Download, and I am with my guest today, Michael Mortimer.
Mortimer, yes.
Yeah, and he is an artist, a musician, a man of all talents, psychonaut, explorer, thinker, human being, philosopher, just a super cool dude.
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
Dude, I like told you earlier, I got 2 good days in a row.
That's good.
I mean, I feel on top of the world.
That's good.
48 hours of nothing bad happening to me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna jinx it, but I'm just saying. I'm going for 72.
Do you know I had heard something? It's someone said whenever something bad happens to them, they say thank you because they know something good is right on the opposite end of that. You know what I'm saying? Because
Believe that.
you know the fable of the Chinese farmer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So everything is the ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? So really, even when you have your downs, it's good days, man.
You know what?
Because it's leading you to your good days.
We surf, man.
Yeah,
We surf our waves.
Yeah, we surf, man. Yeah, dude. I haven't seen you since around the Grammys. Was it around?
Yes, I think it was around then. I was doing the Dr. Mortimer. You know, since then I actually went to Ireland.
Oh, you went to
I went to
Ireland?
Dublin.
That's what's up. How was
That
that?
was-
For how long?
I was doing some character-driven research, you know,
Okay.
about Dr. Mortimer and all, you know.
Okay, that's what's up.
I was thinking about where he was coming from, and it was great. No, it was real cool. I got to go to Ireland for 7 days.
Okay.
It was right the day after the Grammys. The day after the Grammys, I hopped on a plane, and I was like,
Great after the Grammys?
I'm gonna reset.
Okay.
Because that was a season.
All right.
That was a season.
All right.
And it was great, dude. Going over there, it reminded me very much like the song you played for me. Amazing, by the way.
I appreciate you.
Black Shaman
Strikes
Strikes Back. I'm just saying. I'm just going straight for it. You gotta let him know. You gotta let him know it's coming. Return of the Black Shaman. Is that it helped me see that our country is at war.
Yeah.
We are a country in civil war.
Yeah.
And so going overseas, I felt no tension. I
Right.
felt no anxiety.
Right.
I felt no pressure on me. I was just a dude enjoying 7
He's
days.
over there in February. So
Yeah,
did,
February.
did they look at you like you were American? Because you
You know what? It's funny. It's funny. We not to get overly political, but
Right.
we flew through Copenhagen, and Denmark is the owner of Greenland, and it was right at the time that we were going to be.
Yeah, give me Greenland.
Dude, so I was in the Copenhagen airport, and everybody was looking at me like I was the worst person on earth.
Really? Wow.
Because they just knew I was American.
Okay.
I would be like, hello.
Right.
And then the moment they heard the voice, it was like,
Right.
and so, when I used to travel a lot,
Yeah.
I would have a bunch
So
of
I guess your fake Ireland accent.
I busted it a few
does
times.
it-
I busted
does
it
it
a few
work?
times. Oh,
They
yeah,
don't. They don't
just,
know.
Just to keep the heat on.
They don't be like,
Just,
oh, this
hey,
dude fake.
how's it going? I'm just going back home.
Oh, yeah.
To go on off.
Okay.
I'm just going back home. Just to keep the heat down.
Right.
But, when I used to travel, when I lived in China, there was a whole brigade of Americans.
Right.
And they all had they all had Canadian flag patches.
Right.
And they all rocked those Canadian flag patches. And I was like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Really? You can be like that? Because I feel like it's a blessing and a curse to come from the place where we come from. We have with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I totally agree. I'm
a
just
lot.
thinking like it's a blessing and a curse everything. I mean, yeah, everywhere. I mean, we're blessed to be where we are to. I mean, when you see the countries in war, you see what they did to Palestine.
Yeah.
The people in Iran
Yeah.
want freedom. Like, I mean, so we're blessed not to have to live through that. But dude, I think we live in state TV. Like, it really had to.
It's a psychic battle.
Yeah, but I mean, like, even like, we don't get news that other countries get.
Dude, it's true.
Yeah. So it's
true.
like, even though you see Fox and CNN, they're the opposites. So you think, being that you have these polar opposites to each other, you think that, oh, they're giving us the news, No, man, it's still a portion of the overall story of what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? We do live in state
They
TV.
spelled that out.
Yeah. And it's so weird because, dude, growing up, right? Because growing up, dude, like, we were force fed this shit on Russia. Russia, like, they got cameras in the corner of their rooms. The government's looking in on you, right? And I grew up thinking that way. Oh, they're tapping on the phones, right? And then I get older, I'm like, how different is that than what we are in? Is that like, because, dude, they may not have it in the corner of our whatever, but we've given that through our phones and laptops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but it's weird because there's not this type of, like, when growing up, when you were here, like, oh man, you would think they had you in prison in Russia, kind of like this prison. Like, it doesn't feel like that here. So,
Right.
so it's easy to overlook that it's actually happening. You know what I'm saying?
And no one tells us or allows us to even speak out loud that we are a nation at war.
Yeah.
Before, because here's the thing, from Afghanistan to Iran, that was 10 years apiece. We left Afghanistan. That last plane took off. Remember, people were trying to jump on those wings. That was 2016. It's hard to believe. So we went through 10 years of peacetime in America. But those 10 years included Black Lives Matter, George Floyd. Those 10 years included 2 elections that were like, put everybody.
You mean 10 years? You mean
10 years from 2016 to 2026. Those were years.
Years of peace. Oh, you mean
years of peace
from
abroad.
America?
We were
Gotcha.
fighting. We
Okay,
were
I'm about
fighting.
to say, man, there's
But-
a lot of tension
that's
inside
what I'm
the country.
saying.
Yeah.
But it was
Okay.
like that. If it's not happening over there, then it's
Right.
not happening here.
Yeah.
So what is that?
Yeah.
And then if you were to tell people, hey, you know what, guys, I just got back from Europe. I was just here in Ireland or whatever. And you know what? It felt like really nice. Like
Yeah.
everyone was cool. People
Yeah.
were very respectful, this and that. But when I came back here, why did I feel different all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, man. That's a weird thing to think about. Yeah, well, maybe it's because we are fighting each other
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
And
You think social media has a lot to do with that?
dude, okay, 2 examples real quick. Man, we're just in it.
I'm Mark Marcel, and you're watching Cosmidelic Download, the podcast by the Hollywood Sun. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and check out our website, cosmidelic.com, where you can check out our merchandise and subscription plans. Thanks for watching.
So 2 examples of that. One is when the Dodgers won the World Series 2025.
Uh-huh.
It was a Saturday night. It was the last game of the series. And next day, I get around LA, right? A lot of different places. Everywhere I went, dude, people were so happy. People were so cool. People were so happy to look you in the eyes, have a conversation, because we were all feeling this pride in our city and these very
Baseball team won.
you do have to give it credit, but it's true. It's baseball. But it was a very diverse team, man. Everybody had somebody on that team. Every ethnic sort of representation could say like, oh, that's my guy.
Sports is one of the few things that, transcends and tears down
In the transit,
race.
it scrambled the frequency.
Right.
So when I remember looking at my social media and it was all good news.
Right.
It was like, hey, like, because it was like a crazy World Series, man. I'm not a huge baseball guy, but I can appreciate a good game. And that was a good game. So it was on everybody's mind. Monday morning, everything was back to craziness.
But what happened Monday morning?
The frequency
What?
took back
Who did what? Did
its
someone do
territory.
something like crazy in the world? Like,
No, not even,
Okay.
but it was just like, you know what? 24 hours is enough to
Mm.
like dwell on some good stuff.
Right.
That's too much. And then it was like back to everything. And so like I mean, you really like prepped me up with that track, man, because what you're talking about in that song that you played from this upcoming album, which I already said the name of. It's great. It's a great name, I'm just saying. Is you were just reflecting on what you see, hear, and observe as a mentally
Yeah.
acute person
Right.
living in the United States of America in the year 2026.
Right.
And I think people will look 350 years back. And I don't know how that's all going to work out.
Dropping the Easter eggs right now.
Hey,
Go
you
ahead.
know what? 350. But I feel like these are things that like I was just on this tech call and I was talking to people about 2050. And I was saying that in 2050, was my thing, I do a lot of things. You're very kind and to say those things about me. And one of those things I do is technology. So my first tech company was a 2011 out of USC Annenberg Innovation Lab. We won this design contest in the USC School of Media, and then we ended up getting picked up by a VC firm and went to New York City. I built my first app. We worked with will.i.am. We worked with Common. We worked with the dude who produced Jesus Christ Superstar on Broadway. We worked with Black Eyed Peas and this dude, this rap artist named Man. He has this cool song from back in the day. And then this dude, Derek Nelson. So I was an app builder for musicians. So I was like secretly a musician, but I was like, I'm going to build something cool for musicians because I don't see this thing out there. And in the process of doing that, uh, you know, it got me thinking like beyond just like the limitations I think that sometimes artists kind of allow themselves to fall into, which I've not seen you at all, which is great. You also have found a way to transcend these things. But for musicians, I think today it's not that different, but oh, what do you do? I'm a musician, I'm a guitarist, I'm a this, I'm a that. But all that to say is when you let technology and you leverage technology in the way that progress is changing through these cool, crazy devices and things, which you're like great with, it gives you just a completely different space to kind of like like a liminal space to live in where you're not caught in the pressure
Right.
as much. And so when I was on this call, I was talking about 2050, and I said, who is going to be the wealthiest nation with the most region with the most purchasing parity? And people were like talking about it, America, China, this and that. The answer is the continent of Africa will be the most economically influential region and group of people on the face of the earth in the year 2050. So we're only 24 years away from that. 2025 was halfway mark. So that includes Egypt, South Africa, Nigeria, Kenya, everything, all 54 states of the continent of Africa. And I've had the opportunity to work on the continent of Africa for the last 10 years. And so I see things through this different lens because, I live here in LA, but my heart and where I see the future going, even just 25 years, don't even talk about 350, but 25 years, the future is actually not centered here.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's wild to see like things change, things progress. People like to hold on to the present, but nothing stays the same. You have to be accepting of change. People who aren't accepting of change with this universe, they're going to have a hard time as a human being, with Earth, with life. You know what I'm saying? Like everything's evolved and changed. So I mean, I say that to say that's really why I embrace technology the way that I do. Because it's like, I mean, what am I gonna do? Fight it? You know what I'm saying? I might as well learn what is there able for me to take advantage of the things that I can do now to make them even better. You know what I'm saying?
That's such a rational thought. That's such a logical, rational thing.
Yeah, I think it's very simple, but I mean, it is. It's rational and simple. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild to see people argue that and get scared of
Isn't it?
technology.
Just
Technology
step
and
back
stuff.
from all of it.
Yeah, it's wild. Like man, humans fear so much. Yo, we are scared of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like humans are like scaredy cats. Like we're so suspicious of others, and it's wild. Like it's so wild, man. Like for instance, I say this. There was a shootout here. Well, not shoot. Excuse me. If it wasn't a shootout, my neighbor called me. Was like, "Yo, where you at?" I was like, "He was like, yo, stay in the house." I'm like, "Yo, I'm not home." He was like, yo, there's gunshots over here. There's gunshots. There's machine guns. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, stay in the house. I'm like, okay, cool. So I called back. Actually, no, I didn't call. But when I got up here, I saw the police leaving, and he was at the gate. I was like, what's going on? He was like, oh, they were doing a drill. I was like, oh, okay. Like they were just doing. I know up near the Hollywood sign. I know it's wild.
Wait, army, military?
No, the police. It was weird. The whole thing was weird, right? But regardless, what I'm saying is like, um, and the paranoia he had after that, like he was suspicious of anyone
Wow.
that was around.
Wow.
And it was interesting to me because you notice little subtleties of you notice little issues within ourselves by what you speak. And he was like, yeah, when I was driving down there, I saw like these 4 Mexican dudes, I was down there. I was thinking maybe, I don't know. And I was like, why, what's this them being Mexican have to do with anything? Right? And he was like, well, I didn't say, yeah, I said guys, I didn't say Mexican. I was like, yo, you literally said Mexican. How would I know if they were Mexican if you didn't say that? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, just the paranoia that we have of things. And it's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I actually, it's funny, man. I'm more Christian than Christians. And I think religion is one of the most idiotic things. But I say it because like, I
Love
don't,
your neighbor.
yeah, man. I like give people the benefit of the doubt until they prove themselves like,
And maybe a couple more times.
and maybe, yeah, well, it depends what they do. It depends what they do, for real. If they do some fucking boo-boo to foo-foo shit.
Yeah, it's called wisdom.
Yeah.
There's ancient wisdom, there's modern wisdom.
Yeah, you give people a chance. You're like, that wasn't that bad. But something that be like, no, you can't give that person a second chance. Wow, I don't know. But dude, so tell me, you have some stories to tell me.
Dude, I got some stories, bro.
Yeah, so it's you.
Got some stories.
As well. You was asking me, you like nominated for a Grammy this year with Black Shaman last year or whatever. Yeah, however they.
It is 2026.
Yeah, it is. So this year, yeah. So you was asking me how that's going. I was like, it's still. I mean, it's. I still got to knock down the doors. It's not like they just knocking down my door. It's like, but they'll listen to me now.
That's right.
And he was like,
And I said, I think I know a little bit about that because this last April 5th,
the date too, April 5th.
man.
Funny.
I was I don't do this often, but I'm learning to try to appreciate more where I'm at with LA. Because I thought about this, bro. Listen, you appreciate this because I see you on this. I worked with these music dudes for a while. We did an album called Jupiter Classics, and one of the producers is over in Silver Lake. He talked about the $10 million day, and he said, "Bro, it's another $10 million day in LA. What are you gonna do with it?" Because they like to record early. I was there like 6 a.m., finished by 8:30, whatever. And dude, that hit me so hard. We started sharing stories. $10 million day. Why? Because there's people right next to us who are literally making $10 million today.
I know. Right?
One day, 24 hours.
One day.
and we're driving in the same streets,
Right.
eating at the same places. We're right next to those.
We're right next to
So what are you doing with those? So I was like, man, I got to treat myself sometimes. So I saw these tickets to a Dave Chappelle show, which I was like, man, I didn't even know Dave Chappelle was going to do a show in where Studio City,
Right.
on Ventura Boulevard.
Yeah.
He made a joke about it that night too. He said, well, it looks like my career is regressing. I'm going to be in Temecula next week. It was like hilarious. But I saw these tickets and they weren't like a ton of money. So I was like, you know what? I'm just getting those tickets. So I did. And you know what? I went there with nothing but the purest intentions to enjoy. It was on Easter.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm just going to enjoy some good vibes. I'm not, and whatever they ask me to do, I'm going to do. Because, he has these policies at his shows. You got to take your phones and you got to put them in these pouches. And they lock them up completely.
Wow.
So you're in a room with a whole bunch of strangers and no phones. And that's a cool experience. I think everybody should go and do that.
Yeah.
So you put your phone away, you do this. There was probably 150 people in the whole venue. Yeah, these two openers, incredible musicians, dude. These dudes are so good. One of the guys works with Anderson .Paak, and it was on the keys, and he had this crazy, that little chord? It looks like a little straw, but then you sing it and it's all auto-tuney. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, it's like a real life auto-tune instrument type of thing. Like it's a organ type of thing.
Right.
Like that dude. And then these two brothers who play trumpet and drums. Oh man, it was amazing. It was great. So I was just lost in this moment, and I was just loving being in this place. And the show was wrapping up. Dave came out, did great. Big Boy from Power 106 is over there hanging out, and all these different folks. Sat next to some executive from some studio. And then I got up and I was trying to make my way across the thing, and I saw this dude who I thought I knew. So I was like, hey man, what's up? And we started talking, chopping it up. Had just great. Oh, I'm so sorry, man. I thought I knew you. Oh, no, it's cool. But hey, what's up? And it was just instant connection. It was great. So as I'm walking away from that, I open a door, and right in front of me, dude, is like this angel of light.
Oh God, dude.
And it was Bianca Sensori,
That's
Kanye West's wife.
right.
So I mean, all white,
Right.
spandex thing,
Right.
all of it. And I was like, whoa. So I knew immediately. I looked behind her,
Right.
and it was like this force of darkness
Oh my
right behind her, dude. All dark, everything dark,
Right.
black, everything. Dude just focused, trying to get to the door.
Right. Wow.
When this dude comes up from behind him, is like, hey, Kanye, I love you, bro. I love you. He reaches out his hand. Kanye just goes like this.
Right.
Keeps moving. So he's moving towards me, and I'm just like, hey man,
Hey, you said something too?
happy Easter, bro. And again, like no eye contact, nothing. Dude is just like boom, out the door. So I was like, well, anyways, that was kind of cool. So I get my phone out of this pouch, and I'm trying to just like get my life back together like Humpty Dumpty. And I go out to the parking lot, and sure enough, dude, their car is right next to mine.
That was crazy. Right next to
Right
yours?
next to it, like, and they're driving. She's driving.
Wow, that's awesome.
No joke.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, man, part 2. How am I gonna do this? So I'm like, okay, I got my phone now. And I'm like, what's the one thing that I have in common with Kanye West? I'm like, dude, this homie, Mark Marcel, is Grammy nominated. And my favorite track from that album is The Poet.
Appreciate
100%.
Thank you.
So I bust out my thing, and I'm just like, YouTube, blah, blah, Mark Marcel, The Poet. And then,
Oh, you YouTubed it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Did you play him the video, or did you play him?
it's the thing that comes up when you YouTube Mark Marcel, The Poet.
Okay. Is it the video,
Let me see. I'm trying to remember.
or is it just the audio on the YouTube? Was he watching it?
Remember, he wasn't really looking.
Okay.
But let me see.
That's funny.
So I pull out my Costco card with my friend, borrowed from my friend,
All right.
and oh, you know what? It was the video.
Wow.
454.
Wow.
This one.
Wow.
So that's the one, and I'm
That's
like,
funny.
hey, you know what? Grammy nominated, hotel accommodated. That's one of his.
Oh, you said that?
And I was like, this is a really good friend of mine, and he just like looks, and he's like, and it's like his like of approval, like
Right.
I'm now, and as I'm doing this other dude. So I learned this. I'm not getting into all this, but there's an economy around celebrity, as we all know, right? But there's dudes who will wait with a bunch of merchandise just to get someone to like sign one thing. And so there's another dude who's next to me and he's trying to get him to sign this deal and da-da-da. And those celebrities have been taught to always accommodate the other merchandise people because that increases the value of their worth
Right.
with fans.
Right.
So then this dude comes up beside me and he asks kind of to sign this thing. He signs it. I still kind of have the thing playing and he's just kind of like doing his thing. And I'm just like, hey man, and then I just have it out like this and he's like, hey, and it was like, that was it. Like, there's no words on it. And I was like, you know what, man? Like, just bless you, bro. Like, I have a gift for you. So I go into my car and I have this book. There's this kind of deep metaphysical book called Science and Health by this lady, Cosmidelic. And so I have it because 15 years before, I wrote a note to Kanye in a Science and Health if I were ever to see him.
Oh, wow. That's
Give it to him.
Wow, that's wild.
For real. And I was like, you know what, man? I think you're a powerful artist, amazing. And I think you understand that
That too.
I think this universe is not what you think it is and we think it is. And I think that you have some insight into that. And this was like before a lot of stuff happened, 15 years. I mean, so this was like literally probably 2012, honestly, 2012, 2011.
Right.
So I mean, that was like, that was fun and games, Kanye, a little bit. I think we're getting into like my dark twisted fantasy Kanye or whatever. But anyway, I put that thing together. So I tried to get my pen to like write him a thing, and your thing's still playing, but I'm trying to juggle this thing and this, and then she's getting in the car, and I'm just like, this whole thing is closing down. So I'm like, you know what? Here, and I give him the book because I had had a dream 6 months before in a completely different environment that he was there with his kids, Chicago, Psalm, Saint, and North. And he was surrounded by security in this dream. So I ended up just chopping it up with security in the dream. And I ended up going to this house. This whole thing. I have sometimes very vivid, surreal dreams. But anyway, he took this book and he's like, he didn't say any words. He was just like, took the book, gets in the car. She gets in the car. She was so sweet. She's like, thank you so much. Happy Easter to you. It was like so nice. He didn't say a single word, not a single word. That was sad. And he takes it and he gets in his car and that's a wrap. And then they just peel out and then they have 3 security like detail cars like following them
Right.
to go down Ventura Boulevard. And I was like, well, you know what? I think I just did the best thing that I could. I just did the best I could do.
Do what you could do, yeah.
But it was cool because
But
it was like your album
Right.
that was like an access point.
that was the bridge.
For real.
Yeah,
Because
that-
it's a, like
Right, wow.
we're all humans.
Right.
But it's funny because you can feel energy off people. And one thing I did not want to do, because I have a lot of thoughts in my head on a daily basis, right? One thing I did not want to do to him or to Dave Chappelle at all was to disrespect in any way, shape, or form them as people. Because I feel like I really respect these folks.
Right.
I really respect Dave Chappelle. He had like a grip of security. I've never seen more security in a venue in my life.
Really?
They had dudes with these scope things,
Wow.
like heat scopes, and they were heat scoping
That's
the entire audience, the entire show.
Right.
And so I'm like laughing at Dave, and then I'm like, ha, and then this big dude, like is like this scope, like he's scoping people. And I was like, man, you know what? And so he brought some of that up. And then of course, Kanye had just been performing at a sold out SoFi Stadium like 3 days before.
Yeah. It's amazing that
Really
2 people who were just in big venues like that are in a small venue like
truly amazing. And
Yeah.
I never
Just big it up
yeah,
for a poetry show.
dude, straight up.
Yeah.
And I felt like, there's something that they like that the humans appreciate about being there. And like, people like Michael Jackson and
Yeah.
things like that, they couldn't do that.
Right.
So,
I mean, who knows? Maybe
but he did, right?
because we wouldn't think that
Yeah, he dressed up
David
sometimes.
Chappelle did. Yeah, we wouldn't. Yeah.
But it was cool because
But you said David, but you got tickets for it. So
Yeah.
I'm surprised that it wasn't like
Two
so
things.
150 people with about 100 people venue.
totally sold out venue. Starlight Cabaret.
How
it's called.
long did the tickets go on sale for before?
Dude, I think it was 2 days.
So they were on sale for 2 days before.
Nobody knew. No, I've only found it because I'm like scrolling through stuff and I like hit this link and hit this other thing. And then I saw that he was at Hotel Cafe that Thursday or that Thursday or Friday in Hollywood.
All right.
And then I'm like, what's Dave Chappelle doing at a small venue like that? So I started doing sleuthing, And then I sleuthed my way into Starlight Cabaret. And only because I do stand-up comedy, and they had invited me to follow them because they're going to start to book comedians.
Right.
And so it was like, that's the only way that I knew.
Right.
So it was real crazy, and it was cool how it all happened. But it's like, our lives are full of mysteries, right? Our lives are full of like, in the trap doors in the movies, like Narnia closet doors or whatever.
Yeah, you
I
feel.
feel-
Oh, yo, you haven't.
No,
Hey, there, you said you saw that. Yeah.
it's like
Yeah,
we all have these things in our lives, and we can choose to go into those. So
Yeah.
so I felt like I went, but when I was in that moment, it was just me, dude. I didn't have the person I was with. I didn't have my phone. I didn't have anything. And it's cool because you learn how to function
Right.
based on things other than our whatever trained monkey mind.
Yeah.
I was in a different flow.
Yeah.
And it was cool.
Yeah. You got out your own way.
Exactly. And I really was, dude. I was super humble. I wasn't going to try to push any limits with any of these folks. Because I was like, man, I feel privileged. Like, I'm like, yes.
I find like that's usually I find when you have no attachment to something.
Dude, 100%.
Yeah, and you're just
a key.
genuine, and that's when it usually works out in your favor. As if for when you start like forcing or having that attachment, that's when you fuck it up.
It's true.
Yeah, it is. It is. That's interesting, man. That's
But
interesting.
you were there with me in spirit.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah. Hey, that's.
I mean, that's an expulsion of air. I accept that.
That's funny, man. That's hilarious.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
You know what? That whole experience taught me two main things. I will say, it gave me hope.
Yeah.
It gave me hope on a number of things in my own life. It's hard to explain, but I felt like, wow, you know what? That was it. I really came home that night, and I was like, dude, that was my $10 million day.
Yeah. No,
real.
I get it. It makes sense why it gives you hope because it shows you like you had an experience that you didn't think that you was going to have, and you may not have gotten a movie deal out of
Right.
that initial thing. Who knows where that leads? One, but two, it shows you that okay, if I can get out my own way, I can mingle in this town the way that needs to be for things to progress artistically. And it's just about the conversation, the talking, the like, hey, how you doing? Okay, cool. Like, I find it's funny, man. A lot of people in this town, it's funny, man. You go out, they'll read you their resume, immediately. And that's the turn off. It's like this balance that you have to have. It's like you can't read people your resume. You know what I'm saying? You almost gotta just come in and being genuine people.
Authentic.
That's all it is. Like, hey, how you doing? Like, I don't be telling people all the shit that I be doing unless they be asking. You know what I'm saying? And then even if they ask, they kind of gotta like dig and ask.
See,
You know what I'm
this is one
saying?
for note taking for the
Yeah.
listeners, man.
Right.
It's true.
Yeah.
But there's humility and wisdom mixed in all that, but there's also an awareness from you. I really do get this from you, man. I remember first coming here for the Timely Bandits thing, and I was like, man, this is a cool dude. This is a cool cat. This is a legit human. This is an authentic person who is on a mission. This dude's got a vision, and it's cool to step into that vision and be like, okay, what's up? Like, I see where you're trying to go. I see your melted clock over here. I hear your tracks. These are good.
Yeah.
So that to me that's an energy.
Right.
It's an energy field. And sometimes those things are unspoken. And in the unspokenness, you know what? There's a lot that can be done with that.
Yeah.
But we as a society now, we are so about, I was just talking with someone, with Tiberius about this, man. I was saying, everybody wants to be they want to immediately know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so they want to have it literally written on your shirt or like on your forehead or whatever. And you know what? That's not what we're here for.
Right.
It's not to give these signals to let everybody know every little thing. That's not about this. So when there's mystery and when there's an acceptance of, you know what, maybe this is not going to happen. Like you're saying, that detachment. And I can be like, you know what, nothing may come of this, but I'm still here. That's the difference between I'm not going, I'm not showing up, I'm not dressing up, I'm not not leaving the house.
Right.
That's a total difference.
Right.
And that's that tension of these worlds. Where
Right.
and it doesn't mean you don't have times where you are locked in,
Yeah.
where doors shut and you're doing meditating, whatever. That's different. But when you have the opportunity to go out there,
Yeah.
if you can remain in that special space of detachment and
Right.
presence,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
I see you with that.
Yeah.
I really do.
I mean, dude, I mean, it's I
But it comes with wisdom and experience.
yeah,
How many albums, sir?
22.
Oh,
22,
20,
22, yeah, wait,
Come
22,
on.
22, no, 20, wait, damn, 20, well, 21, this will be my 22nd one, yeah, you're right, yeah,
Dude.
yeah,
So that in itself,
yeah,
that there's the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, and then there's the 18 and the 19 and the 20. So that is, I mean, how are you going to tell someone about that?
yeah, I know, right,
You
yeah,
you just meet them at a cocktail party.
yeah, we're like, well, you know, I got like 21, 2, I'm working on my 22nd poetry album, yeah, what? Yeah, no, yeah, I mean, it's more fun when people find out for themselves.
100%.
You know, so yeah, I think I see that like with things though in life, man. Like even being nominated, like I didn't expect to get nominated. When nomination day came, like I was sleeping. Like I didn't get up to go turn on the shit and like, oh, let me just watch the nominations. I got a text, someone congratulating me, saying congratulations. And at first, my first reaction was like, for what?
Mm.
You know, like not even putting together that it's nomination day and stuff like that, you know. And then I'm like, oh, what? Wait, why would? Yeah. And then it hit me, you know. It was like, dummy, why would someone be for congratulating you at 7:45 in the morning on Grammy announcement day, you know? So, but yeah, no. So, and I find, I forgot his name, but it was a Russian scientist or philosopher, one of the two, but he was Russian. And the law of attraction that he had was you imagine it, you imagine the feeling of how it would feel having it, and in that moment you meditate on it, and then you release it. You don't think about it, you no more. And all up until that time of nomination day, like when people would like, some people would be like, I don't know, man, you know, you may have a chance. I'll be like, stop, I don't want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it gets you back into that, wow, maybe I can get nominated.
Right.
It gets you back to in that moment that you were supposed to release. Because in that, when you meditate on it, you feel it, and then you release it. You're not supposed to be back in that moment. You know what I'm saying? And so whenever someone bring it up, he was like, man, you know, I don't know. I'm like, so I don't want to talk about it. Stop. Matter of fact, even like, who was it? Yeah, it was just before nominations. Ty it was me and Scooby and Ty on the phone. And Ty was like, man, I think this is our year. This is our year. And I was like, yo, stop. I was like, how many times have y'all said this is my year? Every year, I was like, stop. I was like, just keep your head down and do the work. You know? And I remember that you could almost like, it was almost like you could, you know, I took a knife and just cut the air, you know, give it like, damn, you're right. Yeah. You know, cause I feel like we all do that. And I get it. You want to pump yourself up, but you don't want to pump yourself up to where you lose track of like, yo, keep your head down and do the work. You gotta do the work. The work needs to be done. Stop fantasizing this and that. That's not here. That's not here. That's not real. It's real when it happens. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, just do the work. You know what I'm saying?
That's great because it happened.
Yeah. I mean, it happened, yeah.
And you did the work.
I did the work.
And you know what? Those dudes did some work too, man.
They definitely did some work, yeah.
I mean, I don't think
They were in a tough category.
I don't think I've ever been to more red carpets in my life.
Really?
In that
Oh, that's
there was a
what's up.
time.
Okay, no, yeah, that's what's up.
Because I mean, you know, this is that whole $10 million day mindset. And we say, okay, you know, I got to go over the hill.
Yeah.
Got to go to this event. Go to this.
Yeah.
Got to make myself look good, smell good. Got to shave. Got to do this, like all these things. But you know what? You put that in comparison with like the lives of so many people on this planet. And so sometimes, I don't know if you ever get this, I love your perspective on it. I really do ask myself, why am I still here, me? Cause like you, I've been in here since I was 12 years old. I've been in the entertainment industry since I was 12 years old.
Okay.
12. And so I could tell stories
Wow.
of folks
Right.
who are like,
In LA?
yeah,
Wow.
I was brought here to star in my first TV show, then all this stuff, right?
Right.
So I've been this,
Right.
and you know, you click on the wrong thing on Instagram or TikTok, whatever, and then it gets in the algorithm. So I've got videos of like people like Josh Peck, Drake Bell, Evan Rachel Wood, Shia LaBeouf. I knew all these people when I was young, coming up as a teen.
Right.
And then so I see them now, or like these other folks, whatever. But I'm like, dude, like, I mean, they're all kind of still here too. I'm still here.
Right.
But it's like, why am I still here?
Right.
And so there's got to be a reason. And sometimes when I'm kind of in my clearest mind and I'm at peace and I'm meditating through this thing, I hear a voice that says, you know, you're here because you're the only person who can do what you do.
I mean, that's true.
And you're still doing it.
That's true.
But I don't have this like specific thing, like I'm not the guy who does these things, but I do still do it.
Right.
But I'm just like open.
But what do you mean a specific thing?
Well, like, you know, like people do acting and so then they're actors.
Right.
Or people
You do a bunch of things.
do a lot of things.
Right. I mean, I do the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then that's part of doing that work.
Right. Yeah. So I don't think that.
But I'm not like the dude who's known for those things.
Right.
But I'm here.
Right. What you hear. Right. That's what you're saying. Right.
And I've been around since 12.
Right. Well, dude, if Kim Kardashian can be famous for whatever she's famous for, I'm pretty sure there's a lane for all the things that you do and don't do and all that.
You know what's cool is,
You know what I'm saying?
but I think, and you're probably at this place too, fully detached from that outcome. Fully,
Yeah.
and in some ways,
Yeah.
because you can see the signs. You see the signs of the times.
Yeah.
You see people, they love to build you up and they love to tear you down.
Yeah. I am kind of detached from it. Like,
And that's a power.
yeah, because I don't give a fuck what people think or say. I don't give a fuck what people's opinion is about me.
That's so powerful.
You know, yeah, I really don't. Like, because I know I handle myself in a way that I want to be walking. Meaning that, like, if I do something by accident and I never get to tell that person or whatever, or like, hey, that was an accident, and someone has that opinion of me from that or whatever, then yeah, that may bother me because I'll be like, that's not true. I don't want them, like, that's not true in something that I did. You know what I'm saying? Or how I think about something. But if someone is upset at me
For being you and how you do it.
because I wear a keffiyeh, or because I think religion is remedial, you know, or if I think Jesus may not have existed. I think it's a great message. You should definitely be like Jesus. I don't think he may not existed though. People get upset at me over that. I'm like, that's your problem.
Right.
I don't care. I'm not harming you by me having these thoughts.
And your thoughts were honored in a way in Black Shaman from lots of different topics
Yeah.
that really, I think, man, that's such a cool outcome from you being you and speaking your mind, your heart. I mean, that's amazing.
It is.
Because everything you just mentioned there, that's all on the album.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Spoilers.
You know, it's
Listen,
funny,
check it out.
man. There's a singer in New Age, and when I first met her, about like she got nominated. Radhika, forgot her last name, but when she saw me, this is like a month before voting started. When she saw me at an event, this was like the second event I went to. Dude, I didn't feel like going to events. I didn't feel like going, "Oh, man, like, it's I gotta go do this shit." I didn't I'm kinda an introvert and an extrovert,
Right, right, right.
right? But I gotta turn it on, but when it's on, it's on. You know what I'm saying? You would never know.
Right, right.
But trust me, I kinda just wanna be back here and just doing my shit and working. So I went out, and when she saw me, she was like, "Mark Marcel?" I was like, "Hey, Rodriguez." She was like, "Wow, Mark Marcel, the truth teller. I don't think the academy's ready for that."
Huh. Wow.
Yo,
Wow.
a month later, voting
Wow.
started. Then 2 months later or a month after that, nominations. So, and I know Black Shaman isn't a cookie cutter album.
For sure.
It's saying some
For
shit that will
sure. And you know what? I guess it was ready.
right.
That's awesome.
So for it to be acknowledged in something as commercial as the
For sure.
Grammys,
For sure. Incredible.
yeah, it's like,
Whoa. Sabrina Carpenter? Okay.
right,
That's great. Dude, you
right,
and Taylor Swift? Okay.
right,
Because honestly, man, that is the balance of all things.
right,
And what's cool is like, so I was talking to you before we started recording this whole concept of the new era of intelligence, all encompassing consciousness, modern intelligence, and the idea of some kind of entrepreneurs and these dudes starting companies and all this with tech stuff is that the new company is going to have intelligence in the middle, artificial intelligence in the middle, and then it's going to be a circle, and everybody in that company is on the edge of the circle.
right,
But dude, the community of artists is something similar,
right,
where those winning artists, like those big names, they are not in the middle.
right.
That's not how it works. Music, soul, inspiration, spirit.
That's in the middle. Yeah,
And everybody's on the edge
that's right.
around that.
Yeah,
And you know what? Maybe that is why I'm still here, and that's why you're here too.
yeah.
Is because there's something that keeps us connected to that thing in the middle
Yeah.
rather than to all these people, because people are gonna come and people are gonna
People are right. I think it is because that thing that is in the middle is also within us.
Yes, brother.
So we're going to be connected to it always. You know what I'm saying? Always. It's always going to speak to you. Always going to, it's funny. Like I stepped away from doing poetry for 5 years. Like, dude, I've been all around the country. I've been to 8 countries, 150 cities, 46 states, performed in them, not just been performed in them, right? And like I walked away from this life that I had, that I was touring and doing all this, and like maybe like 2014, I was done. Yeah, I just hung it up. I remember I had a show. The U.S. military paid me 5 figures to go perform for them over in Qatar,
Oh,
and when I came back, I had one more show in Baltimore. That was my last show, and I'm done. And for 5 years, I didn't touch a mic.
wow.
Yeah. And I thought I was done. I really did. I thought it was behind me. And then I just started getting that itch.
Yeah.
And
But for 5 years you didn't have that.
I didn't.
What'd you do?
I was working on my cartoon gurus.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen some of it.
Yeah. And which is still something that I'm doing, working on and want to
Nice.
push further. But I had a self-imposed, with poetry-wise, performing-wise, I had probably more like a self-imposed premature retirement. I was like, I'm done. Like it was like this romantic, I don't know, thing in leaving something in the middle of it. And I was really good. Like then, I mean, actually, I'm better than I was then. But so what happened was,
Huh.
I walked away from it. When I decided to come back, I had a couple bad shows,
Hmm.
and I was like, I mean, I was in Hawaii. I had a show in Hawaii. I fucked up my piece, and I'm in the back of Hawaii just going over my shit, and I'm like, fuck. I was like, dude, you don't have it no more. Like, dude, you don't have it no more. This was in 2019. Yeah, 2019 or 20, right before COVID.
Wow.
And I was like, dude, you don't have it no more. And then I was literally was thinking that. I was like, dude, it's behind you. It's behind you. And then all of a sudden, I'm like literally saying this, dude, it's behind you. You don't have it no more. You just need to give up, do something else, figure out something else. No, 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 no. It's not behind you. No, you're going to just go and work on this. And then you're going to be better than you ever were before. You're going to go back and you're going to just go and just put all this stuff in your head and you go practice and you'll come back and then you come in, you're going to be better. You're going to be better. And like that's how it changed. Just in that venue, at first me like you don't have it, you don't have it, you don't have it. No, 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 no. You're gonna be better. You're gonna be better, right? That's
So
how I
what is
have.
that? What is that in you that allows that? Do all people have that
I
now?
don't know. I don't think I'm special. I think
Is it resilience?
yeah. I think people just choose. Yeah, it was. I think or pride or ego, whichever one. Who knows? Are they not all the same? Who knows?
There's a good
Who
ego,
knows,
maybe a
right?
bad ego.
Yeah, well, ego's neither good nor bad. It just
Okay.
is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, the ego makes you want to be a better listener, wants to be a better writer, be a better lover, be a better friend. Are those bad things? No. You know, so ego's neither good nor bad. But so no, it was
One out, obviously. That
yeah,
was correct.
yeah, whatever it was, it won out. I'm glad it did because like I went back to the drawing board, like practice for about like a month, about 2 months. After about 2 months, I just kind of I was not performing for 5 years. So, and I used to perform like every other day. So I didn't have to go over my stuff. It was just in it. You know what I'm saying? It was like second nature. So once I got that, dude, like, yeah,
That's good.
yeah,
Supercharged.
I'm like,
You're turbocharged.
yeah, I already, yeah, that whatever, yeah. I'm like, no,
Turbocharged.
yeah. So I'm glad I did that because I'm better than ever. And like, yo, Black Shaman, like would have never been birthed.
So
You
quick
know,
question on that moment of turbochargedness, and you're entering into this new phase. It seems as if it's independent of people in your life. So, or maybe it's not. So you took a break, and what I was saying is that I feel like this can be for anybody who's watching this. This can serve as a master class, if you will, for people who are like looking to. Because I talk to a lot of people. Some of them are here in LA, some of them have been in LA, some of them were in LA, they're no longer here, whatever. But they're looking for like, what's the path? Like,
right.
what's the path? There's a big jungle out here. And so, what I feel like I'm interested in hearing from you, and maybe other people are too, is that independent of people in your life? Like, when you stepped away from everything for 5 years, did you have people who are trying to say, hey, you should go back, you should do this, but you don't, or you tune out those voices completely? And you just know in your own inner self, it's time to do it, it's time to stop. And you're not swayed by people.
I wasn't swayed by people, but I did have two friends, Femi and my friend Lass. Both of them was like, dude, what are you doing? Like Last forever would tell me, dude, you are one of the greatest that's ever done it. Femi would be like, dude, this is your thing. Like you are so great on stage. Why are you not doing that? So those two voices in my head, they were the ones who was always just always
5 years.
yeah, for 5 years. But like it's not because of them
No, absolutely.
that I
But it's
started.
interesting. It's like a Greek chorus.
Yeah, it was like having the encouragement was good to have, you know. But it was me who decided. I was like, you know what? I'm not. Yeah, I'm kind of. You know, I started getting the itch. You know, it's like,
Really?
yeah, well, you know. But I understand why I walked away from it. I was burnt out. I was performing every other day and traveling so much. Like, and I learned like I can't do it like that. Otherwise, I'll get burned out from it again. And I love performing. I love being on stage. So I just can't do it in a way to where I'll tire myself out. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I walked away from it. And also what had happened with what probably kept me away was, dude, I started picking up weight. I got up to 250 pounds.
Oh, way. I never
Right.
imagined.
And me, I'm vain. It's the truth. but I only mean that in to say, like, I don't wanna go out if I'm not looking good.
Okay.
Because on the opposite of vanity
Mm.
is insecurity.
Mhm.
So if I don't feel
Right,
good,
right. It's an easy swing.
it's a swing.
Easy
Yeah,
swing.
yeah. And I don't
I
mean
feel that.
people, who may misinterpret when I say vanity. I don't think I'm better than someone, but I'm aware
Right.
of how I feel, how I come across, or how I'm perceived when I'm out, And if I look in the mirror and I'm like, dude, you're 50 pounds heavier than you were, and when someone has seen you, I'm gonna be thinking that that's what they're gonna be thinking in their head.
Mm.
And I know it's funny, dude. I don't care. Yo, this is really good.
Mm.
I don't care what people think when I am aligned
Oh,
within
yeah.
myself.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So if I'm out of
Oh, yeah.
shape and all like that, and I'm not feeling good about myself, I'm not aligned within myself.
Mm.
So I am caring.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So what I mean by that is, so if I'm aligned within myself, someone's like, oh, dude, you kind of out of shape. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you think, because I'm aligned within myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if I am out of shape and all like that, and they're like, man, you out of shape. I'm like, oh, damn, I am out of shape. You can see that? Oh, I don't want you to see with that.
Wow.
No, so it's really like, how authentic are you within yourself?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Your
saying?
thoughts are in an armor that becomes impervious to the impressions of others.
Right.
When you are in that alignment, then you're
That
fully
alignment.
suited up.
Right.
But
Exactly.
but then there's all the times you're not.
Right.
But you become, the feeling.
Right.
You know what that feels like. When you were talking, this is what I was thinking, is athletes are so different
Right.
than
I used to be an
artists.
athlete too, but go ahead. So
Interesting.
maybe that's
And
go ahead.
what capacity? I
I
don't know.
played basketball, point guard.
Alright,
Yeah, that was
okay.
good. But go ahead.
So athletes, a lot of athletes, if you're really in that profession, you're not taking 5 years off as an athlete.
Right.
You can't do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Yeah, well, you don't take
the
5 years off and
pressure.
come back.
Yeah, because exactly.
George Foreman.
Did he? 5 years.
Oh, yep, he did. He sure enough
Yeah,
did.
man, that man went a
did.
whole journey.
But he did. He took 5 years off.
That was like Batman taking 5 years off to train with, like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know, but he was heavyweight champion, took 5 years off, came back and was
That's
heavyweight
amazing.
champion again.
That is amazing.
So,
But generally,
but the point, no, I feel you. The point, you're right. Yeah, you take 5 years off for something, especially sports like that.
honestly, it was funny because, like, Dave Chappelle did something similar, right? He walked away
Yeah,
from Chappelle
he
show,
did.
and then he was like, I gotta
Yeah,
this out.
and he came back better than ever.
And
Better than-
I mean, a person's presence, regardless of what their craft is,
Right.
a master in their craft.
Yeah.
And so that could be athlete, that could be poet,
Yeah.
that could be comedian, that could be whatever. But the journey to get to that mastery, I would think, is similar to what you are describing here, which is like, that is a journey of the heart and the soul and the mind, and you're like on this thing.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's like, what else am I gonna do? Like, like not do it?
Well, because
So,
right.
So it's like, dude, like I said in the poem, like, no one was like, the only way through this now is forward.
Yeah, dude, that is the
Just
message.
forward.
That's the message.
It's just forward.
Man.
Like, staying still, going backwards doesn't get you anywhere. It gets you losing things. Like, you can only go forward. The thing is, man, even if you just want a chance, you got to go forward. Like, there are no promises. But if you want a chance, you got to go forward. If you don't want a chance, stay exactly where you are or go backwards. It's as simple as that. So, and what am I gonna do? Like, not do this?
Man.
And so I have to get out my head, and because of how big something is and how much attention something is brought. It's like, yo, if 100,000 people see something or 10 people see something, am I not gonna do it? Like, no, I'm still gonna do it. It's in me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's in me. I've been doing art since I was like 20. I've been taking my art serious. I've been taking my writing. I've been taking whatever is coming through me. Like whatever is being brought through me, whatever I'm connecting to, whatever that is, I've been taking it seriously since I was about 21, 22, around that age, around 21 is when I started like just taking it like start writing. But I didn't just start doodling. Dude, when I started writing, I came out the gate like Superman. Like I wrote the first book I wrote was a true story about me and this young lady that I was dating at the time. It a 250-page book. I wrote that book in 3 months.
Wow.
I never published it. It was just to show me that I could do it.
Right.
So like I came out the gate just being serious about my writing.
And I think that changes, you know, frequencies, wavelengths, quantum physics stuff. When you practice, when you put that faith into action, dude, you're like shifting things, and mountains of mental mountain models and all these things are moving, and you are like it's beyond you in a way. But
Yeah.
and I think that like the message that I'm really hearing you say, and I'm also, what's funny in this moment too, I'm listening to you not as myself, because I kind of I feel like I'm in like a moment where I'm at the table with myself a little bit with you, Marcus. I like
You're just a mirror,
time with
man.
you. It's cool, exactly. But you say that in Albert. But what I'm listening to you with are the ears of these young folks out here
Right,
who really are they're in a different place in their lives.
right.
And there are a lot of obstacles, and there are a lot of excuses, and there's a lot of
Yeah.
distractions.
Yeah.
But what's cool is the message that you continue to share. Oh, and another quick point on this. I love being able to watch you from how I've been able to watch you and meet you the way I met you. Is what I loved is when you were back in Maryland and I saw these news pieces that people were doing about you, and they get to announce Grammy nominated artist Mark Marcel. Those folks
Right.
were so happy.
Yeah.
And there's something about when you step into your destiny and you step into the things that you're supposed to be doing and the energy you're supposed to be in, you are unlocking things not just for yourself,
Right.
but for others.
Other people, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was
You're aware of this.
yeah. It was really cool seeing
so
other people
cool.
happy. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
it's undeniable.
That's actually what the coolest thing was, seeing other people
Yes.
getting happy about it.
And
Yeah.
you know what that is? That's the beauty of America. When we talk about the blessing and the cursing of America, there are some things there. But the blessing is, you know what? When you show up in a way that's authentic and true, and then you come back to hometown USA, wherever
Right.
it is for you.
Right.
Yes, Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
Man, those folks, I was watching on like my phone. I'm like, wow, these people are like just down
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
like this message. And you are the carrier of that
I
message.
appreciate you, man. Thank you.
That's so cool. Because you know what? We all have hometowns. Like when I lived in China, the biggest thing when you meet a person is you tell them, they ask you, where's your hometown?
Right.
That is a big thing.
Right.
So when you talk about your hometown, there's all these things that come with that. And, there's a lot of people in LA who are not from LA.
Right.
Me, I'm born in Southern California, but raised in Long Beach. So those are like, whenever I go back to Long Beach, man, I feel like, man, I just love Long Beach.
Right.
Just love it. And then, I was raised here basically since 12, like right here in the Hollywood area. So that's also a piece. But then you drive through a city like LA and it's like these movies like, what is this, Jumanji? Like
Right.
you go through these different waters and these tribes of folks, this and that. And you know what? Like it's all a thing. You can like roll your windows up, lock your doors, whatever. But you are in this little capsule
Right.
trying to get from one point A to point B.
Right.
But dude, there's so many communities of people, but yet all these people are from LA.
Right.
How is this possible?
Yeah.
10 million people in the county of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Second largest in the country is Jefferson County at around 7.8 million. So we're 25% larger than that.
Right.
And like LA as an identity, it's like you are a part of LA.
Right. Yeah.
And the folks on the
No.
Dodgers are part of LA. But like
Yeah.
for me, I think that means something as well, because it's like well deserved, and it's like more than earned. It's like meant to be.
Yeah.
And then you can walk in that, and you have a confidence in that, and maybe not always, but people are looking for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of my favorite artists. Oh man, I gotta share this. I love this dude. Do you know Mr. Flat Top? You know this guy, Hollywood Boulevard,
No.
Ruben.
Uh-uh.
He's a street performer who's been performing on Hollywood Boulevard for like 20 plus years.
Okay.
He was most recently featured in like Snoop Dogg's Instagram. The post blew up like crazy, but his name's Mr. Flat Top, and he liquid pop dances, and he just always got this fun. I'm the king of funk. Funk it, make it funky. It's gonna get funky. That's a funky alien. I'm an alien from a funkadelic planet. Anyway, Mr. Flat Top is like like world renowned, and he goes out there, and I got to know him. I first met him when I was 12 years old, when I first came here to LA. And I was up at Universal City Walk, and I saw this man, and he was like Hadouken, like his energy was just like, "Choo," and he was just dancing, and he does this thing with his stomach, was choo, 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 and he just danced into this funky music. He's going wild. People love it.
Right.
So fast forward to literally 13 years later, and I run into Mr. Flat Top on Hollywood Boulevard. And I just chopped it up. I was like, man, I've been watching you for like 13 years. He goes, man, I've been out here for longer than that. I said, yeah, man, I know you have. You're like an ambassador. Like you really are this ambassador for Hollywood Boulevard and this whole thing. And he says, man, let me talk to you. So I recorded it. I have this clip. I can send it to you if you ever want to hear it. And he goes into this crazy philosophical thing about Hollywood Boulevard is an airport. And he said, all people see is themselves in it. And that's what this place is. But people who are insecure, they don't see who they really are. They're looking for what they want in another person or another thing. But what they don't realize is that it's in themselves.
Right.
And he's been, can you imagine being a street performer for 20 plus years? You see people from all over the world in LA every day. He's watching people, he's observing them, he's performing so that they will put money in his bucket, this whole thing. So he just said what he senses is that there is an imbalance between, humans in this recent age. And he said, what has happened is everybody has got off balance. And when you're off balance, people can easily trip you up and take advantage of you. And so what he is observing is that all these people are kind of like off. And he's been with people for years and years and years. So anyway, I did a thing with him. I rented a golf cart limo, and I had him performing with me, and I was driving the golf cart, and he's like singing on Hollywood Boulevard. I mean, it was like my life. Like this was I wanted to do that for a birthday. I wanted to so I paid him SAG rate. I told him, listen, Ruben, I'll pay you SAG rate. We're just gonna get out here, and it gave me so much joy. But he was showing. The way I'm listening to you, Mark, and this, I was watching Hollywood Boulevard from his eyes.
Wow.
It's like getting out of myself completely.
Right.
And I learned so much that way.
Right.
Because my intellect and my whatever can only take me so far. Yeah. But when I can like detach and then reconnect with a different perspective, man, I was seeing people completely differently.
Right.
And you know what? It was so much easier to love these people, to not judge these people, to be present with these people.
Yeah.
Through Mr. Flat Top doing his thing. Like
Yeah.
he has some video with him and it's like a very well-known dancer from China, and she's pop locking and then he's pop locking. They have a dance battle. It's like it went crazy all over the internet. But it was like watching Hollywood Boulevard from his perspective. Now, when I'm driving through Hollywood,
Right.
like I see it and I can feel it, but I can also get into my own selfishness again. And then I'm like stuck, but then I can get out of it because I was with a dude like that.
Right.
And so for me, I think listening to you is a really good way for me to think about all these people who have aspirations within music. And there may be now more than ever. Right. So what's the message aside from Black Shaman too? That you have for people, like that you have for aspiring musicians?
Forward.
What about the people who really truly feel frozen and paralyzed and
It's
scared
it's
and exhausted and
I get it.
unappreciated.
It's like I understand. But what else you gonna do? You're gonna like if you want to do it, do it. Like if it feeds you, then do it. Like don't man, people only feel exhausted from it. I can't say only. But man, when we have expectations from something, then we start feeling like we didn't get our worth from what we put in. Like I would do that. Like I remember if I go to a venue and I see 10 people in there, I'd be like, man, I don't feel like performing, doing this, man. Be up there, But like because I don't feel like I'm getting back something for my value or whatever. But that's ego. Get out of that, and it's like, what else you gonna do? You know what I'm
And
saying?
the door is open, the lights are on, the stage
Right.
is set.
Right. It's like either get on stage or don't. Like, but if you don't get on stage, then don't see. This is the thing. All right, look. See, I'm a tough love brother when it comes to artists, and like I don't like pat them on their ass. I mean, come on, you can go get it. You can do this. I'll do that in the beginning, but I'm not gonna keep babying them. I'm gonna be like, yo, either you want it or you don't. Stop talking to me about it. Like you don't know how many
Wow.
how many people who talk a great game and
For sure.
and just don't put that. I don't know, man. My talking is in my poetry. My talking isn't about my poetry. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome,
Like,
yeah.
so, yeah, either do it or don't, because like if it feeds you, then be appreciative that at least someone is getting something out of
For
it,
sure.
I try to be thankful for the simple things, man, and because no one owes me anything, um, I need to be thankful that one person can feel inspired by my art. Who knows if that one person goes and changes the world? That one person could go off and be president or who knows, be some billionaire that decides he wants to just give away all his money to, campaigns that help with the poor and stuff like that. And maybe, be like, man, I was really inspired by this album called Black Shaman. It just made me, I was like, let me get out my way and let me just, love people more and stop having these hang-ups. And so yeah, I'm donating $800 million.
Manifester.
Yeah, so it's
Manifester.
like how if that happened, let's say and that's the only person who ever listened to my work.
Right. One.
Like,
Dude, and
is that not a success?
that is a huge success.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a
So
huge
man, either you're gonna do it or you ain't. Just do it. You just do it and stop talking about you're gonna do it. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, good, bad, that's perspective. What isn't perspective is it done or not? You know what I'm saying? Did you do it or did you not? That's no perspective in that. Its perspective is it good or bad? And that's with everything. I've never seen nobody say something is 100% great or 100% bad. Everything is perspective. So just do it or don't. Stop talking about you want to do it. Just do it or don't. And if you don't do it, stop talking about that you could have did it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? No, just leave it alone, because it's really as simple as that, man. We get in our way with stuff. But I get it because, I mean, we'll all get influenced by each other. Damn, Kanye West sold out to like how many people were there?
Dude, that was probably 100,000.
Yeah, you're like, fuck, I can't get 200 people at my poetry show. So we all have it. But like, man, like, what if you never saw Kanye West in that packed out 100 thing? What if you never saw David Chappelle in front of 150 people? What if you never saw anyone? You would just be thankful that, here, can I read you this work? And they're like, yeah, sure. And read you the poem. And they're like, wow, that was really good. You're like, wow, you like that? Yeah, man, that really made me think. Man, just that one person would feel like the world is changing. So try not to have expectations on what you're going to get from it. You know what I'm saying? Just do the work and keep your head down. It goes back to Black Shaman being nominated. You know, I feel like this is our year. Like, stop. Just do the work and keep your head down.
Right.
You know?
And good things will come.
And good things will come, yeah. So it's really simple as that, man. Yeah.
You're watching Cosmidelic Download. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and check out our website, Cosmidelic.com, where you can see other great features like our series Gurus. And you can check out our options for merchandise, where you can get some of these cool shirts like Socrates and other great gurus like Alan Watts, Terrence McKenna, Gandhi, Buddha, Jesus, you name it. And you can check out our subscription plans. Thanks for watching.
Man, dude, we've been going, like, I know you.
That's good.
Yeah, you got. I want you. My doors are open. I'd love for you to come back. We didn't really get into a lot of things that I would want to get into. Like, you know, I want to get into some, like, you know, some psychedelic talk, you know, stuff like that.
Dude, we really could go there too.
I know we can, you know. But,
I felt this was a well-rounded,
yeah,
current events, meaningful exchange.
yeah, it's a meaningful change. But like I said, dude, like I say, like, I
Man,
definitely come back soon, and we'll get into the second half of all the things that we want to talk about.
break open some
You know,
some looking glasses.
yeah, you know, because, you know, it gets really, you know, when you dive in to be like, so how did you come to this understanding? Well, when I was on 10 grams of acid.
You know, there's things that you know that other people can never convince you otherwise of.
Oh yeah.
And those are the
Like what?
things that are sometimes they're what's the word, augmented.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're so real, so whatever. But yeah, those are the things that are worthy of sharing, testifying on. Because there's some things I know you know.
I know nothing, but yeah.
I mean, you got some things on the walls here. I'm just saying, if the folks at home could see the studio, they may understand like this side.
Yes.
That sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I look forward to it. Thank you.
Yeah.
This was a continuation of
Yeah, man, yeah.
of
Where
good stuff.
can the people find you?
Oh man, you know, these days I'm gonna drop a website for the people.
Okay, we'll drop it.
Megaverseca.com. Megaverse, MEGA, verse, VERSE, CA.com. And that's what I'm doing mostly these days. It's got a little of everything. It's got a course on there called Wisdom and Might with some spoken word and music, inspiring people to think about. It's kind of like a futuristic educational course on learning, working, fasting, and serving.
That's what's up.
And how that can transform your life and how you can help others. So yeah, check that out and everything else there. All the socials. I'm gonna drop extra Dr. Mortimer on here because I love that, because it's a time capsule for me of that whole season.
Right.
So extra Dr. Mortimer, and I think those are good.
That's what's up, man. Well, dude, it's a pleasure having you, man. And we are going to unplug from the system. All right.
3-hour meditation beginning now.
Cosmidelic Download.